Alright, today we're going to go over some feeding techniques, and Whitney here is going to help me demonstrate. Today, she is going to be somebody that has low tone and has poor lip control. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you come over, you're just going to want to kind of calm her down a little bit, and you're going to want to touch her, kind of touch on her face, kind of get some tone back in those muscles to help her while she's feeding. Doing the massages in the muscles here under the lips, above the lips. And you say, we're going to feed you today, Whitney. So, you want to have her kind of strapped in to make sure with the hypotonicity, that she's not too floppy, so she has good trunk control. And then you'll want to come around and make sure her head's supported. You put your fingers here. Just kind of let your thumb hang here. Come up. You're going to help her open, and you just kind of slowly stick the spoon in, just touch the front of the tongue with a little bit of pressure, and then help her close her lips a little bit and assist in the chewing as necessary. Another thing that we could do after the feeding to help with the mouth tone is we have these pom-poms. They come in various sizes, some small, medium, large. And you could take drinking straws of various diameters and you could play a game. I would stand at one end of the table, she would stand at the other, and we'd blow into the straws and try to play soccer to see who could blow the pom-pom off the other person's end of the table first. In this video, we're going to demonstrate the Will-Barger brushing protocol, which is used on children who are kind of tactily defensive and have forms of sensory processing disorder. First thing you would do is you take one upper extremity, give it good support, so it's being supported across all the joints, and it's not too, you're not going to hurt their joints. And I don't have a brush, so this is going to be my demonstration. You hold it in your palm, and you would press down until the bristles are bent. Not too much pressure, but you don't want it to be light either, because if it's light, it'll tickle, and that goes against the purpose of what you're trying to do. So you just take smooth, long strokes with nice, even pressure, and you would work down the arm. And then you get out to the hand. And you always want to keep pressure of the brush on. If you have to switch hands, you just kind of hold it and shift hands and keep the brush on, and then you move to a different position. You want to stay away from sensitive areas like underneath the arms, the inner thighs, the direct base of the spine, places that could hurt. You don't want to do it on the stomach area or anything like that either. And after I did this, I would move to the back, and I would do strokes up and down her back, avoiding the spine, and then I would move to her left arm, and then I would move down and start doing her legs. And then once we're done with the brushing, I'm going to go back up to the first arm, and I'm going to do joint compressions. You want to properly support everything, get the joints lined up the way you need, and you just want to give some gentle pressure in and out 10 times at each joint. After the shoulder, I'd work my way down to the elbow, get a nice grasp on each side of the joint, and just apply moderate pressure. And I'd work my way down to the wrist. Just support my arm here, and I would just give her wrist compressions. And then I would do the same for each knuckle on the finger, and so forth. And then I would move to the next arm, and then I would go down and start doing the same thing with her legs. And then after that, she would be prepared to go out and get into some group engagement, things perhaps like duck, duck, goose, or freeze tag, things that when she's tactily defensive she may not want to play because she just doesn't want that touching sensation. But now that I've warmed her up, she's ready to go and interact with other children.